So, what you doing, Mum?
Okay, so we're going to do tomato bed now. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired.
Well, we'll get this done quickly
we'll
then.
get this done and we'll be right. So first off, I'm going to put the peppers in. Now this one is a very special variety. It's called Dragon's Breath. It was developed in Wales, here in the UK, and it is reported to be 20,000 Scovilles more hot than the Californian Reaper.
And you're planting those, why?
Because they are meant for medicine. They're not meant for eating.
Right.
Okay. So that they're used for pain relief and for heart and blood conditions. So they help to thin the blood naturally without causing things like issues for strokes, etc. But they also do a lot of good for pain relief.
Yes, because you won't be able to feel anything else because your mouth will be on fire.
No, because you use it for the outside of your body. You don't have to use it for the inside of your body.
I love greasing myself up in chili powders and juice because that makes me feel so good on the inside.
Yeah, but I use them for making things like massage oils.
You're not helping my point. Do you know what deep heat is, woman?
Yes. Yeah, so these are called Dragon's Breath. And I have a few. Oh, I can't. They taped them up so well, man. The only place that I've actually found these is either on eBay or Etsy, because literally if you do get hold of the seeds, you're going to have to save them.
Right.
Okay, so these are going to go down that end of the bed.
Okay.
Because I don't want someone like Tanny coming along and accidentally getting any on him.
Right.
Okay, because we know what he's like. He can't even deal with white pepper. So we're gonna put these straight into the bed. Now I know a lot of people have grow lights and they start theirs off in January, February, March kind of thing. But actually I found that just putting them in the bed and starting them off, they're happy enough to go along the way that they are, and they do catch up.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm not that worried about it, to be honest, especially with them being in the greenhouse. Okay. So we're going to get these in first. Now where's my little stick?
There's your little stick.
There's my little stick. Oh, pretty sure that's supposed to be a bracket to help. Oh, hold this thing up. But, we may have put the beds in before we did that.
Oops.
It is what it is. So,
yeah,
I'm going to get these out. Now, if these are successful, I will be saving seeds from them, predominantly this harvest.
You dropped a couple there.
I did what?
You dropped a couple.
Shit. I mean, oopsie.
Nice save, Mum. Nice save.
So I'm going to put them down this way. Because I want them.
Right.
Down there.
Just here. There's a couple of seeds.
Yeah, I see them. Thank you.
There's one more.
Yep, I can mind you getting them out one by one.
That's fine. I'm just making sure that you saw them.
Yeah, I saw them.
Okay.
I'm just gonna break up a clump there.
Yep.
Now, can I have the sticky thing, please?
Sticky thing for the dragon's breath?
Yeah.
Sticky thing for the dragon's breath?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Now, this part of the bed is going to be predominantly hot chilies.
Okay.
So I don't want to... I mean, I do want to put some peppers that way.
Yep.
But...
You also want to keep the hot stuff...
I want to keep the hot stuff away from Tanny. Because he could damage himself. Right, so I need the Beguino Reds, please.
Beguino Reds?
Beguino Reds, them ones.
Yep.
The pretty little ones. Oh, look, it's got its own little doodah. That's cute. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put a few seeds in here. Now, it may be I need to thin it out. That's that compost we could get in the glass out of last year.
Oh, lovely. We apologise for the banging. People thought it was a good idea to start making noise. What's that banging? Stop that banging!
So rude.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's like, don't they know who we are?
Oh. Maybe that's the reason why they're banging.
Quite possibly. Wouldn't be the first time we'd had to put up with that. Alright.
Done.
Okay, so they're in.
Right. Nice.
And that's all that's going in right now.
Okay. Down that end?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Right. Part 2.
Part 2 of part 2? Part 3?
Part 2 of me being the cameraman.
Okay.
What are we doing now?
Alright, so these are seeds that I saved myself
Ooh.
over the last year from Shop Bought. So they are a experiment.
Okay.
These are from a red capsicum bell pepper thingy. So we'll just see if they work. If they work, yay! These are actually from... Okay, so last year when I was on Bargain Brits on Benefits, the producer director Jo, she bought me a bell pepper plant as a parting gift. And these are the seeds from that one pepper it gave.
Oh, cool.
So I wanted to, because I tried to overwinter it and it didn't work, but I managed to save the seeds from the one fruit it gave. So I'm hoping these are going to play the game and come to something, because I'd really like that plant to be something that we can keep going for a while, you know. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's those ones.
Next.
Now I've also got some Shop Bought orange mini peppers. So the little munchable ones that you put in lunch boxes. So they're just the little munchy capsicum type things, but they're sweet ones. So again, these are a bit of an experiment, but we'll just see how we go.
So this is the experimental half of the garden.
Yeah, kind of.
Okie dokie.
Bought. Right, so we'll just see how we go. Like I said, it's all a bit of an experiment. And we need...
Well, growing stuff in itself is a bit of an experiment.
Well, yeah, this is true, because you never know what's going to happen.
I mean, we ourselves aren't used to using a greenhouse.
No, because we've never had to, so the last couple of years for me has been a real experiment all of its own, and a learning experience of how to do that. Yeah. So, oh, I've got some more in there. They're hiding. They was hiding. Because we're going to have to give this whole bed a really good dousing. So, those are those. And
That seed packet's come loose?
yeah, which one?
The one that you were just holding?
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are I don't know if these are going to come good or not, but we'll just wait and see. These are also Shop Bought. They were they're the long chilies that they use in a lot of
Jalapeno stuff in
Eastern European
stuff.
cooking.
Peppers.
No, the hot ones that they use in like Turkey and Azerbaijan and places like that. So I don't know the variety. I just bought them because they looked like the ones that I wanted in the shop. And they certainly taste like them, but you know, so so I'm just going to put Eastern European chilies, shop bought. Okay, so whether they come good or they don't, it is what it is, you know. I'm not going to be upset about it. But until I can know the actual variety I'm looking for, there's not a lot I can do on that front, really. So this should take us up to that hotbed. Yeah. So these could take weeks to come up. They could take a good couple of weeks to come up. I haven't soaked them. I haven't done any of that. I know people say to soak them in black tea and all of that kind of stuff, but you know what? If I do that, I'm going to forget to put them in. So I'm just going to put them in and make sure that the bed is nice and moist. And that everything's okay kosher, you know. So we're just going to do it that way for now. I'm not going to be too upset about things. Right. Okay, so that's those done. I have got a bunch more. I don't really want to try them all this year. I want to keep some for next time. So we'll see how that goes. So they're all done. So we're not going to actually put asparagus in this year, and we're still deciding where we're going to put it. I predominantly wanted it in here because it helps to stop aphids and stuff, so it's a good barrier to have in front of the tomatoes. But you know, we're not going to do that right now. But we do have two types of basil that are going in. We're going to have the Italian classic basil, and we've got a cinnamon basil to put in down that end. I'm going to put the normal up there and the cinnamon down the other end. So yeah, we're going to go that way.
We'll do that then.
Yeah, we will.
You're the boss.
Yeehaw. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to put the Italian basil down this half, the cinnamon basil from there onwards. Yeah. Alright, so half of these basil I want to grow for seeds, but yes, for growing, but also for drinks and for eating. They have the same quality as chia seeds. So they've they have that little bubble of jelly around them. They're very popular in drinks in Asia, but they are very, very good for you, and they're so full of fiber. They are such a good little seed to have. It's a really, really good one. So, and they taste like basil. So it's really nice to have in a cold drink.
Like drop a few in some water and it will just kind of infuse the water.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you get that nice little nutritional bounce as well of the jelly in the
seeds are very hard to see.
They are.
They look like poppy seeds.
They're like elongated poppy seeds. It's probably the best way to describe them. Okay. I'm gonna just tip them all because these are quite old seeds.
Right.
So I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to have to get new ones for next year.
Yeah, they do. They look like elongated poppy seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
So we'll just cover them up.
Cover those up.
Just cover them up.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit loose. They'll be fine. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we've got the cinnamon basil.
Yep.
And I'm hoping to have the same effect off these as with the normal basil with the seeds, because can you imagine having a nice sort of like spicy cinnamony hit when you have basil as well in a drink, in a cold drink on a summer's day? I think that would be amazing personally.
It reminds me of like the mint tea that you used to do when we were kids around Christmas time. They used to in the big display fridge that we had.
Yeah.
You used to do like mixing bowls, like proper like 20-liter mixing bowls worth of iced teas and stuff.
Yeah. Right, they're too big, too hard for me to break up at the moment, so that's okay. I think that's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a huge amount of seeds in that one.
No?
Well, no, because they're a special variety, I would imagine, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just crumble a bit of this over the top.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fine.
Right.
Now, we don't seem to have any nasturtium seeds. I'm quite gutted. I'm sure I had about 4 different packets of them.
Yeah, about that. Somewhere.
About that, but I don't know where they are. So, for now, I'm going to put some rocket in.
Some rocket.
Rocket.
That stuff right there.
Wild rocket right there. Because I need to put it somewhere.
Makes sense.
And this seems like as good a place as any.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guys in the States call it arugula.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. What?
They gotta call things so differently over there. It's annoying.
Well, you know, they've got their own start from a different part of the language, so, you know.
I guess.
So this is what's known as wild rocket.
So it's a bit crazy?
It's a bit crazy,
Not
yeah.
something you'd bring home after a Friday night?
No, not something you bring home to mother. Unless mother is me, and then I'm all good because I'll just stick it in the sandwich. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I think we're going to do just down the front here. If we do end up with some nasturtium, I'll be able to still put it down the front because it can trail over into the pathway and further up there. So I'm not that worried.
Okay.
Yeah. So we should be okay with this lot. Okay. But it's also a good mulchy cover crop because and that's the whole point of the nasturtium as well, is not only does it attract aphids away from the plants that you don't want the aphids on, like the peppers and tomatoes, but the aphids won't come near this.
No.
So they won't want to jump from there over onto the tomatoes. So, because they don't like this at all.
Cool.
So it's a good optional. And also slugs don't really like it. It's too peppery for them. So that's always a good thing as well.
Alright.
Right, so that bed is now done. We've got the peppers, we've got the hot peppers, we've got the basil in.
Good.
Yep, and we've got the rocket in. So
all that needs to go in is the tomatoes.
all that needs to go in is the tomatoes when they're ready. There's only a specific couple of types of tomatoes that are coming in here. Again, I'll be collecting seeds off those varieties.
Yep.
Off at least one trellis or one lot. One of the varieties that'll be coming here will be the bunching tomatoes. They are very special, very expensive. You can only buy the seeds if they've been collected by someone who's grown them.
Right.
There are a variety of tomato that is grown to stay fresh for longer over the winter months.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so they've got a thicker skin, but they're used for a specific type of salad. And it means that you've got fresh tomatoes for that little couple of months longer. They have been known, if you keep them in a cool enough space, to last up to 6 months fresh, which is pretty exciting, really. So, you know, that would see you all the way through winter with fresh tomatoes, which, you know, but again, it's very expensive to buy the seeds. I had only a couple. So if they come up, which I'm really hoping they do, that means that I will be saving seeds from those.
Cool. All right then.
So yeah.
Right, so we're done then?
We're done with those. We've got to do this little salad bed here. This one's a little bit different.
Oh, we're doing that now?
Yeah, we got to get that in now.
Okay. Right. Before we do that,
yeah,
I'm gonna water these 2 long ones.
Okay, can you do that with the mister part of the hose?
Yes, I can. I was going to do it with the mister.
Thank you.
Okay.
The grapes will need some water as well. So
I sort out the hose.
yeah.
Can you sort out the seeds then, please?
I'll do what I can.